Hey y'all, how you doing? Hi. Uncle Eddie coming at you, back at you. Thank you for new subscribers and watching my videos and stuff. Much appreciated. You can leave comments, I won't I'm not that bad of a person. So I've been staining the putty a little bit at a time. I add layers and layers and layers of it. So it's not so loud when I urethane it. But I'll tell you, you shouldn't urethane when you're tired and your eyes are blurry and you've been up all night, because I got to resand this. You can see there's some white paint that popped through that didn't come out. So I've been sanding on all this like crazy, and I got a lot more to do before I urethane that. Here's the mantle. Brought the mantle in. I don't know what I'm going to do with that thing. No idea yet. Still debating it. I mean, yeah, until I can find something to cut the paint with, or they make some liquid stripper, paint stripper, like a paste. They call it the safest stripper. It's non-toxic. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend eating it or anything. But it's like a paste, real thick. You put it on, and then you just scrape the paint off. I was kind of hoping to blast it though, but I don't know yet. We'll see. And then I'm looking around at all the other projects I got to do. Stuff that I have to do, to the house and the garage and everything else. I guess out of the house. The garage I got to do. The water sits so up. You can see up in there. You see how the water that, so when it rains and stuff, and then water goes under here, and then it sits, and drips slowly, and the water sits up there, and of course rots it out. So I'm gonna have to cut that loose. Plus I got to take all these off and replace these um, like weather stripping. It is weather stripping basically. That one there looks like a squirrel. I'm pretty sure it's a squirrel that was chewing on that. We used to have this squirrel. Oh my god, this squirrel's no. So the corn, right, for the deer, and we had bird seed too. I had something else I gotta do. Fill up the bird feeder that I painted. So I had to put the corn in a metal can. I really want to put the bird seed in a metal can because I had another one. Matter of fact, that blue one chewed through the lid and was inside the can. A squirrel eating the bird seed. Old turd. And so I was like closing the door. One day I came out I didn't have the camera yet, the GoPro. And I came out, and I swear that he was sitting on here like he was trying to turn the handle to get in. That was just the craziest thing I ever saw. So I got to do this one too, and I got to cut the bottoms off, and where it's been settling, because the garage wasn't originally here. I also have to work on the door. Actually, I think I have to replace the door. I'm gonna pull all this off because even the bottoms of the door is rotting out because of the moisture. So, yeah. It's brutal down here on the river, and the river's brackish, so it's fresh water and salt water. So, yeah. But, so I'll need a metal brake, and I don't have one, and I've seen used ones for $1,500, and a new one's like about $3,000. So I'm like, maybe I'll just build one. You can build it out of wood, and I'll get some maybe like some quarter-inch thick, like 2-3 inch wide, 2 inch, actually 1 inch wide be fine. I just need the edge to bend it, to pin it, and then bend it. I bent some stuff for the gutter on the little gutter shield I made. I basically took two pieces. I took a piece of I have a flat piece of aluminum, quarter-inch aluminum, and then angle on top, and I put the coil stock, because that's what this is. This is coil stock. It's aluminum and it's PVC coated, which is right there. So this is the stuff here. Right there. Has a grain look to it. I mean, the garage's been here for 26 years, 27 years, something like that. So if that just happened, in, you know, it'll be all right. It's not gonna go anywhere. But I've been going around. I had to go around the windows too. I had to redo some of these. I had to redo. This I had to redo. They put. Well, I had to do, and I had to do the top of the other window and the bottom of the big one. I had to do those. They were rotten out. They used. So what happens when you're not around or whatever, where you're not watching them constantly, watching contractors constantly. They put a OSB flake board. You know, I mean, it was exterior sheathing, but it's still flake board, really. It should have been pressure treat. Well, it should have been. I did the same stuff down in Ocean City for a company called the Anderson Group, and we did a lot of apartments and condos and all that stuff, and always use pressure treat underneath the coil stock, so because of the salt air and stuff. And even though this is, like I said, it's salt and freshwater, the river, so we still have the same salt air corrosion here that you get. Not nearly as bad as it is on the beach. I mean, good Lord, down there you could replace stuff every 5 years and still not be caught up, like ever. Painting, power washing. I did a lot of stuff down here on the shore. So I got that to do. I took the liner thing off the back. There was rocks and stuff inside, and I got to find a way to repair it because two of the little holes. There's a hole there and a hole there. There's little caps that came out. Maybe I'll fiberglass it, or maybe I'll scuff that up and shoot rhino liner on it. I really don't like that thing on the back. No, I'm not really a fan of it. And then, so I got to clean that out so I can put the we got to get some stone and stuff for the driveway, and then I can put my diverter on the back of it. So hey, I'm going to show you how this thing goes. Now I don't have the good Lord, the truck bed fast unloader on it. It just attaches to the tailgate. But let me stick this here for a sec. And I'll show you how this thing goes. Let's see, I'll put it there. Yeah, that'll work. Of course it's heavy because I made it, well, stone dumps on it, so yeah. It can't be light or it would break. And it's not the prettiest, but it does what it's supposed to do, and that's what I didn't make it to me. To work. Oh. Of course, there's all kinds of crap in here. You put the pin in and the clip, and so I can show this to you. So when I put the stone in, and it has a bar, and you crank it off, but I want to make it so I can hook it to some kind of a gear ratio to tie it onto the wheel, so I can, I'll figure it out. But anyway, so the stone comes off here and dumps down there, and it's exactly where the tires are on the back of the vehicle. And so yeah, that's what I threw it together and made a diverter for it. So you know, you do what you gotta do to make things work. Although the other set should be a little longer. I might change that up a little bit, but we'll see. Well, the truck's actually a wider wheelbase than the other two cars, so it beats, you know, I mean, we buy stone, so we'll get it like, it'll take probably, and I don't really do that, we don't do the whole driveway. I mean, well, I do the whole, I fill holes mostly, ground where it's sunk in, and then I'll go in and fill it. We'll fill it high, run over it about, you know, 10, 15, 20 times, and it'll pat it down till the next year, and so on and so forth. That's what you do, so. The truck will hold about a ton of gravel, a ton of that bluestone. So yeah, that's what I do. Man, look at this grass. Lord, I can cut this grass already again. So from now until I don't know, October, November, I'll be cutting the grass like every 2 or 3 days. It's like this every year. Now it's all nice and lush and thick, but it grows like crazy. So I guess so what's today? 21st? September 21st? I guess it's officially fall or autumn now, right? I think it's right. Summer is officially over. Womp, womp, womp. Oh well. Yeah. I can tell temperature wise, tank top and shorts, man. It's like, it's awfully nice out here. Just gonna say that. Stick these up here. Somewhere. Somewhere. There you go. And so, yeah. I'm just, right now I'm editing video. Well, it's running through the editor thing on Bobber. And, doing the codec formatting, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. So I'm just doing a couple little things here and there, doing the staining stuff, seeing how that comes out. I got more sanding to do on the window. It's almost done. And then I'll stick it in the house and let it acclimate, because it's been outside. I mean, it was in the stable, but it's still been in the outside elements for, you know, years. So now I need to acclimate it to the house. I'll bring it in and let it sit for a while. Work on the painting, and then I got to get the measurements for the back of it. I'll have to make my own canvas frame and stretch the canvas. I got a roll, bought it in a roll, like 3 feet by 3 feet, or 3 feet by, no, it's 3 feet by 7 feet, 7 foot canvas. So I'll do that, and I'm almost done with the little one. Once I'm done with it, I'll show it to you. And it's kind of like between so like impressionist and realism, a little bit of both. I've never really done it, so usually I draw and stuff like that, but I've never really painted on a like a painting on a. Well, that's not totally true. I did do one way back when. I did I had back when I used to back when I was drinking back in those days. I shot on the pool league and the dart league locally, and there was a guy in one of the other bars who I had this denim vest on, and it had this stuff on. It had this a skull and I had all kinds of crazy stuff on it. I had done it in marker and everything else, and then I did some acrylic on it, some like highlight paints and stuff. But he was like, man, he said, that's really cool looking. He says, I want to know if you'll do a painting for me. And I said, oh yeah. He's like, I'll pay you for it. I'm like, yeah, huh? Okay. I said, well, what do you want? And he wanted a skipjack on the water. A skipjack's a crabbing boat. style, real low wooden boat, uh, where they do the nets. They throw the big nets off, cast nets, and drag the bottom for crabs down this area. Well, I'm sure plenty of other areas too. But and then like a sunset, and so I was like, yeah, I can do that. And I was like, and then of course, it wasn't enough for me. I had to really, I went all out, and I said, well, what do you want to like on a canvas or something? He said, no, I got something. I'll show it to you. And he has this big giant wooden, what I call a pizza spatula. Basically, it's for putting the pizzas in and out of the brick ovens, the old ways and stuff. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I said, that's a first. I said, yeah, all right, I can do that. So I drew it, drew it up, and then I took it to him and showed him and everything, and he was like, yeah, totally. And so I painted it, and I just skipjack. I got a picture of that somewhere too. I don't know what I did with it. I'll have to find it. But so I just skipjack, and then it had a pier coming out, and some little seagulls in the background, and distant marsh grass, and all kinds of stuff. And so I figured it would be like, 50, $75. I wasn't really looking to make any real money off of it. And he's like, did you sign it? I'm like, yeah, I'll sign it. And I said, no problem. So, my name on it and stuff. And I went up there and he hands me this check. And I'm like looking at it and I'm going, are you sure that's right? He was like, yeah. Why, isn't it enough? I'm like, it's more than I thought it was. He paid me $750 to do that. I was like, oh, what? No, I did it just to do it, but I wouldn't do it for a living. I wouldn't. Nah, no. Art has to be felt. That's why I like the painting's taking so long. It's just I don't do it every single day, and I do it um, when I feel it, not when like you got a deadline. This has to be done. No, mm-mm. I'll do other stuff like that, carpentry work and all that stuff, but not that. That's the stuff that I really enjoy. So, nah. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here and do some more video editing and stuff, and add a little more stain to that putty, and probably do some sanding, and I'll, hopefully I'll get enough on there that I can urethane it all, and of course the other stuff I have to sand anyway, so I have to urethane it once, and then sand it all, and then urethane it again, and I'll probably sand it. I'll probably urethane it 3 times. Because when you put it on, like we first put it on, it raises the grain and the wood, little imperfections in the wood come up, and all that stuff. So I'll probably do it a couple times. It takes the spar urethane takes at least 10 hours to dry completely. So yeah, that's what I'll do, and then I'll have to figure out. I'll have to go up in the laundry room and um, get one of those stud finders so I can locate the studs in the wall. Although it should be easy enough. I'll just look for the nail pops in the nail pops. So you'll look at a wall and you'll see a little round spot, and it's where a nail or the screw, usually the drywall material that sits on top of it, moisture, just general moisture in itself, moisture in the mud and everything else works its way between the drywall mud and whatever, like a nail head, and it just works its way out, and you'll see like these little circles. It's a natural occurrence. It happens all the time. So, and then figure out how I'm gonna hang it up there, mount it up there. So, yeah. And do some other stuff. Maybe cut some grass. I'll do it today or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. And then the other side should be caught up by then, and I'll be able to cut it all. Or not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all be good. Good at it. Good to yourselves, your friends, your family, your loved ones. Be safe and stuff out there. Both the folks picked up COVID. I haven't gotten it. I do my vitamins. I'm out in the sun a lot. I stay away from them. but they're getting better. Yeah. So be careful out there. It's still prevalent. And yeah. Anyway, God bless, and I will see you